Okay, this is the 5-minute warning before we actually do the event, usually at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This is the time to get your composure, get rid of the day's events, and focus on the event at hand here. So 5 minutes before the hour, it's best to kind of get your center and your focus and get grounded and get ready. So what you would do for that then is imagine that you stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. You tuck in your tailbone a little bit, tilt your hips forward, get a nice even stance. Center your head on your shoulders. Tuck your chin in just a little bit. And feel your feet reaching down into the ground, going through the floorboards, down into the ground. Imagine a stream down below you. And you imagine picking up the energy of the stream and feel it swirling around up through the dirt, up through the ground, up through your feet, swirling up both legs, into your torso. Feel it swirling around you up to your shoulders. You feel it going up to the crown of your head. Take a nice deep breath as you feel it coming up, filling you up. And then as you breathe out, imagine it swirling down your arms and into your hands and going out your fingers into the planet. Take a nice deep breath and feel it coming up through your legs. Coming through your body, just above the crown of your head. You imagine burning there so it's nice and bright. Then as you breathe out, you let it swirl down around through your hands, filling the room. You can do whatever it makes you feel to be present in the moment. The phone's turned off, nothing else is going on. Don't answer the door. Bring your hands up over your head. Imagine you're gathering all the energy from the universe, from all the stars. You bring it into your body, going through your chest. You feel it going down your legs into the earth. Bring your hands out, back up, around. Gather all the energy. Breathe in. It's coming into your body, going down to the ground, through your body, swirling down around. Imagine as your hands pass over your body, all this energy from the heavens is pushing down all the junk that you might have picked up during the day, all the debris, all the toxic waste, all the static energy, all the negative emotions. Because in this process, I'm not sure what may happen. We have a lot of people involved. If you feel any heat on your body, sometimes it happens in the top of your spine, just at the base of your neck. You'll feel it get hot. If it feels hot, back away. Do some of the clearing exercise I mentioned in other videos. And then come back and jump back in, or wait till the next event. I don't want anybody to get burned up doing this. Because you're a conduit, you're pushing energy through the other dimensions. This is kind of new. I don't know, a lot of people get together with the Cosmic Consciousness and the Heart Math Institute and they do that kind of thing, but this is a bit more dynamic. This isn't just sitting and meditating. One more time. Breathe up. Gather all the energy in the heavens, the stars, the universe. Bring them down through your body. Now absorb that energy, feel it within you. Now, depending upon how much energy you have in your system, and your diet and your meditative, all the different aspects of your life, you might have gone through that. Sometimes you can feel a little bit of a bump when you put your hands together. You feel a bump right about there. Put your hands away and you do it again. Some people, they feel it right just before their hands hit. Some people, if they're really energetic and they're vegans and they meditate and they do everything I recommend, then you feel it way out here. If you want, you can imagine developing, you swirl the energy into your hand, see the energy growing in your hand, and you throw it into your palm, and you can feel it hit that hand. You can play energy slinky. Just some little things you can do to get used to feeling the energy, feeling the flow of it. I like to do kind of like a swirl this way. You kind of cut it down through the middle, do a circle this way. Then you pull the energy out, make a big ball as you breathe in. Feel this energy ball growing. And then you push it together bit by bit. Feel it pushing, feeling the energy between your hands. You play energy slinky again. Feel it pulling up into one hand, then it goes the other way, and you feel it in the other hand. When I talk about clearing the energy, imagine you're scraping bark off, or imagine you put your hands in a big 55-gallon drum of oil, and you've got all this junk on your arms, on your chest. Clean that all off. Flick it with your fingers. See it turning into flowers or fire. You don't want to toxify your home with this energy. But do this process anywhere, 5 minutes, 10 minutes prior to the event so that you're ready to go. And again, turn your phones off. Don't answer the door. Make sure the dog's fed and quiet. This is just for this event only. Because if you're in the middle of this and something happens, I'm not sure what will happen to you, but it kind of disturbs the group as a whole because we're all kind of connected. So the next event should be at the event. Thank you. All right, this is the target event. It should be starting at the appointed time. It doesn't matter who the target is. That should have been scheduled already. You should know who the target is. Doesn't matter where they're at. Doesn't matter where you're at. The point is we're going to be working on an individual somewhere, and the main point of that is to get in sync as a group. This is kind of like a guided visualization meditation where everybody's doing it together, breathing and all that, but it's more dynamic because now we're doing it in distant. So you're going to be where you're at. You don't need to join a group. You don't need to be out and about, but we need to get in sync. So in order to get in sync, we need to go through a couple steps. We should be wearing the right type of colors, preferably dark blue, and be in comfortable clothes. So be ready to go. You shouldn't be answering the phone. You shouldn't be, turn the volumes and everything down, all the announcements in the home. Make sure things are going to be quiet. You're not going to be distracted for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, whatever it takes. So in order to get in sync, we need to all be grounded. You should have done the 5 minute prior. Breathe deep. All right, in order to get in sync, we need to move in unison. So we're going to all be facing north at the same time. I'm facing north now. And the traditions of the American Indians, or the indigenous peoples, we should be facing north and bless the north. Focus your energy on the north. And then take a step to the left, or look left, and bless the west, the setting sun, those that have gone before us, where we will eventually go as the sun sets on our lives. Bless the west. Turn left and bless the south. Manage the energy flowing to the south. Turn left. Face the east. The rising sun, new beginnings. Bless the east. Face back to the north. Now raise your arms up over your head, palms up. Imagine pulling in energy from the heavens, from the different dimensions, and bringing them into your body, through your crown chakra, down through your body. Imagine flowing over you and down into the ground. Another breath in, bring all that energy up and down into the body. Again, nice deep breath. Imagine all the energy of the heavens, the different dimensions coming down into your body. Bless the heavens and the different dimensions. Now imagine, or stoop down and put your hands on the ground. If I do that, the camera will lose me. So put your hands on the ground. Bless the earth for its firmament and the dimensions of the earth. Stand up, raise the center. Imagine calling upon the elements for assistance. We're asking for the earth for grounding. We're asking for the wind or air, because we're going to be using a lot. Make sure you're breathing deep, because if you're not breathing deeply, you can start fading on this. If you get into toxic energy, you can start slowing down and you'll fade, almost go to sleep. Think of water for clearing. Think of fire for burning and clearing of its own. And in this process, where you see me going like this, imagine you've got dirt, debris, cobwebs, oil, anything on your arms. You're taking it off. You're flicking it off into fire or into flowers, transmuting it. And so we begin. I'm standing in a creek with the water up above my ankles, just below my knees. It's a clear mountain stream, and it's moving from my left to my right. In front of me, I see a meadow, and the target is moving through the meadow towards me. You see them walking down through the grass. You see their gait. You recognize them. They come down to the bank, come into the creek, and they stand in front of you, facing downstream. Imagine reaching into the water, pulling water up in your hands, and pouring it over the top of their head. So you're going down through their body, over their body, going down their front and their back, down their shoulders, down their knees, their ankles, down into the ground again, down into the water. And it's flowing downstream. And you see every time you do this, you do it again. And you see the water going down over them, and it's washing them off. All the dirt and debris, cobwebs, anything you can imagine that may have made them dirty or unclean. See that coming over them. You can reach down into the stream. 2 more passes. This is 1. Scoop down. This is 1, 2 more. There we go. The second one. Now in this pass, bring up the water and see it going down inside their head. All the way inside their head, going down through their body, inside, as if they're a hollow mannequin. And seeing the water coming out their fingers and out their toes. And it's fouling the stream. You can see the dirt running downstream. So the water to your left is clean, the water to the right is murky. And we're getting all of the junk out of this person. Last pass. You see the water going down through them. Okay, I'm backing up. I'm moving up into the heart of the cathedral tree where I like to stand. You can stand wherever you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable, wherever you're in your element. You see them walking up to you. They get on the table lying in front of you. And they're laying down on it, face up, with their head to your left and their feet to your right. You put your hand over their chest, about 6 inches off their chest. And you say, with the soul that's within me, greets the soul that's within you. I want you to be the best you can be in body, mind, and spirit. I want you to be the best you can be physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. And you'll feel the bump kind of disseminate. It's gone, and then you can feel that there's nothing there. This is where we start working on them. So imagine, I call it stinking thinking, as you remember from the training. You imagine the most crappiest thing you possibly can, and you start at their head. You imagine your fingers a little longer, and you reach down through their body, and you push all this energy out. all the way down as far as you can reach. If they're tall, you imagine you have to reach down, go past their hips, and then move to your right and make it go up their toes. You reach up to their head again, and imagine pulling all this dirt and debris and cobwebs and spiders and creepy crawly things, anything that's dark, anything that's toxic, anything that makes it real to you. For me, I'm more tactile, so I feel it pulling up in front of my hands. I feel it as I'm pushing out the feet. But every time I go over their body, they feel a little bit cleaner, a little bit less energy. Remember to keep your breathing up. If you don't breathe deeply enough, you can start to fade. You're trying to make sure that the chi, the energy, the prana is flowing from you through them rather than them into you. So the breathing helps keep that from happening. Most of our targets are going to be pretty toxic, so it might take a minute or two to go through this process. And clearing your arms, fire or flowers. Okay, finish up, a couple more passes. Still feel some junk there. Still feel some spots. Now this is a group event, so what I think about as being toxic, you may have a different aspect of that, a different idea of what may be toxic. Could be abuse from one of your relatives, could be the boss that fired you, could be the job you lost, could be the kids that picked on you in school. All that energy of the negativity that just everybody goes through in one aspect or another. Just keep that energy moving down through the body. Now for me, I'm more tactile, so I go down, scan the body this way, scan over the top of them, and if I feel any, I usually feel tingling. Some people feel hot or cold. Some people feel pressure. Some people use their eyes and actually see little dark dust balls or cotton balls that are dingy. And if you see that kind of thing, you imagine taking the cotton ball and you pull it apart in little tufts, wind up in your fingers, it disappears. Pull it across. You've seen people that are doing spinning with yarn. Imagine pulling it out little bits at a time. You roll it up in your fingers, you grind it to dust. It's gone. Whatever makes it real for you. Okay, when we're all done with that, then you think the positive thoughts, this whole other aspect of our creation. Light and love, happy, your favorite joke. Imagine a group of people just roaring with laughter. They're having a great time at a party. You see pixie dust. If you've seen Peter Pan, it's almost like this person's going to levitate off the table. Imagine energy as you're breathing in from the ground. Take it to the top of your head. Then you blow it out through your hands. Imagine laying it in like taffy. You bring it in this way. This is all the best you can possibly feel. Your favorite joke. Just lay it in like taffy on them. Imagine them in a tub and you're just filling it up with joy and laughter. When you get done with doing it this way, you see the taffy coming out, the happy taffy you might say, then you start doing it this way and laying it back and forth. So it's almost like an apple pie with all the interlaced ribbons back and forth. If you want to sway a little bit, you can do that. Just keep your breathing up. And then the last aspect of energy flow is you have left and right and then up and down through the middle. So you imagine going like this. And you see him just laying on top of them. Up and down, left and right. Now let's go back over with your hand to scan down through the body. If you feel anything outlying, one technique you can use. If you feel one toxic spot left, you imagine that you're reaching in with your hand and you do lefty-loosey. You turn your hand left like this. Left, you imagine they've got like, imagine yarn that's just soaking in oil. You just pull it up with this lefty-loosey. You pull that yarn out of the jar. You see the jar slowly emptying. and all this dark yarn on your hands. You spin it to the right then, righty-tighty, and you throw it away, turn it into flowers or flames. You go back over the body, see if there's anything else. One thing you can do is if this person's empathetic, or they picked up a lot of toxins from the people that they've known, imagine you've got what we call rapport lines. There were lines that go out and connect them to all their friends, and sometimes enemies, divorcees. And imagine pulling all those lines out. Pull those lines out. So they're not connected to anybody else. You see them, that line recoil and spool back into the person that they're communicating with. So all those negative detractors are being removed. Fill those all in with pixie dust, love and light. You should feel nice and smooth, like putting your hands through a cloud. To wrap it up, imagine fluffing up their cloud of their energy stream or their aura, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's got a different picture. See, we keep calling it different names because everybody's got a different visual representation of that because of all of our different experiences. So you see them all nice and everything's all mellow and clean. And then you move down to their feet and you can tie a knot, separate your energy, tie a knot again if you want, double knot that. Then you work on you. And that's where you stop for most people. If somebody's really toxic, then we move to the next step. And this is voluntary because I'm not sure what would happen to the target if this happens, if we do this aspect of it. So it's up to you if you want to continue. Okay, imagine they've got their spine, their chakras, red being at the bottom, indigo being at the top of their crown, and all the rainbow colors in between. But as I said, most people are stuck in the bottom three. So it's the red, the orange, and the yellow. You don't get to the green to get to the heart. So they're stuck down there. That's greed, rock and roll, control issues. And a lot of people, especially in America perhaps, are stuck down in this aspect of it. They only think about themselves. They're not thinking about being philanthropic or helping people out. So we're going to take our target and take them up to the portion of their physiological astral body where they're more philanthropic. They care more about other people. So we're going to imagine we run energy from the base up to the heart. Or if you want to go higher than that, it's up to you. It's like how far, if you ring that bell, can you bring it all the way up? So you imagine energy at the base, root chakra, that's red. And you move that energy up. Imagine like when you're ringing the bell at the fair, that little thing that rings the bell at the top. Imagine that moving up the spine. It goes from the red, goes up through the orange, and we're pushing it. We're pushing it slowly. Don't force it, but let it move. Goes up through the yellow. Then you push up through the green, through their heart. Just keep moving up that way. Now if you can see the visualization of this now, you see them levitate off the table. They go up into the space in front of you. They're up in the heavens, like 25 feet up in front of you at a 45-degree angle. And you see their wings unfurl as if they're an angel. And you take a look at their wings and see if they have any occlusions on their wings. If their wings are ratty, if they're dark, if they've got debris on them. You see they can see their halo, if they're glowing with energy. If something doesn't fit the picture of that angel in the heavens that you've seen in pictures, imagine that they're the angel and make that picture come true for you. So if you need to use the water to wash off their wings, they're supposed to be glowing bright white, brilliant, till you almost can't see the feathers. You just keep posing them down with that, getting rid of all the debris. You keep making them brighter. Sometimes you feel a rush of energy coming through you and you do this. See them brighten up. They're glowing. They're vibrant, vivacious. It's hard, you can hardly look at them. They're so brilliant. See their wings fold up. See them slowly descend down to the ground. Their feet touch the ground. You bow to each other. They turn around and they walk away. If you got something out of this, I appreciate you for participating. Please let other people know. Remember, it doesn't matter who the target might be. We're focusing primarily on dictators and despots. And you're in the intro for this, it'll tell you what time and what target. And then we can migrate through all the people that are making this world going in the wrong direction, you might say. So thank you very much, and much appreciated.